not lie. So this could be dangerous sometimes when certain people do not want the people in front of them to know everything. So how the body language could reveal that they are lying, for example?
Okay, so like Dr. Raja was saying, which I completely agree with her, that the body reflects very much on what we feel on the inside. Like, for example, if you are saying something, but it's very difficult for you to lie or to your real feeling or your real reaction towards what you are saying. So I can say something that's not real, but it's very difficult to fake a smile. Like, for example, many studies were done on different kinds of smiles, but basically, if someone's smiling a real smile or laughing a real laugh from the heart, the muscles in the mouth they move, of course, they smile, and then there's the muscles by the eyes.
Yes.
They move automatically. But if someone wants to fake a smile, they use their mouth only, not the muscles of the eyes. So it's more like that, instead of like having a real smile.
These are, and I believe the eye are very much telling a lot. So the eyes could reveal the truth all the time.
Well, of course, if there's
most of the time,
if someone has like a sorrowful look or a happy look, they can reveal certain.
Even if you are lying.
Sometimes you can have that kind of intuition. Many women have that kind of intuition, even more than men, because women can multitask much more than men. They can watch a movie, they can cook, they can read things, they can do many things at the same time. So they can actually see these body gestures and body language of other people and several body languages at the same time, several body gestures at the same time. But it really is the fact that the body, it does reveal so much more than what we say. Because what you say, it doesn't mean as important as how you say it. So there's the saying also saying how you say things are much more important than what you say. Because how you say it, it reveals the true feelings and the true self that you have on the inside.
If someone is going to an interview, how can we watch his body language? How the body language could help him or being harmful for him?
Okay, so I was just talking about that conversation a while ago, so that's why I'm smiling, obviously. So the first impression that someone gives in an interview is an important one. So as much as you can, you try not to be too confident or arrogant. Of course, a body gesture that would give that if someone would have the legs crossed or would have a slouchy sitting.
What is the most appropriate way of sitting while you are conducting an interview, especially if it's a work interview?
A more professional kind of sitting. Not professional, not like if you're sitting with your friends in a cafe, or you're sitting at home on the couch watching a movie, not having like a slouchy kind of sitting. There is a kind of universal.
What about using hands? Is it positive or negative? Not excessively.
Not excessively. If you're using your hands in a way that is appropriate to what you're saying, then exactly. Nothing that's too aggressive or too weird, then I think that's going to be fine. But there are signals of having someone. Usually people don't like having arrogance or having aggressive people around them. Even in an interview, they wouldn't like having someone who's giving that kind of vibe. So it would be nice and it would be appropriate if you would give a very like a friendly vibe or a more flexible person when you're talking in an interview. Or these are some tips that could help people in interviews.
Indeed. Ms. Dina will be back to our interview, but now we'll go to watch this report by Samah al-Sheikh.
Noticing the signals that people send out with their body language is a very useful social skill. Some of us can read it naturally, and some of us are notoriously oblivious. Fortunately, with a little extra attentiveness, you can learn to read body language, and with enough practice, it can become second nature. First, pay attention to how physically close someone is to you. As the closer they are, the warmer they are thinking of you. Second, watch their head position. Overly tilted heads are a potential sign of sympathy. Lowered heads indicate a reason to like something. It should be noted, though, that some cultures see this as a sign of respect. Third, look into their eyes. People who look to the sides a lot are nervous or distracted. If someone looks down at the floor a lot, they are probably shy or timid. Some cultures believe that looking at someone in the eyes is a sign of disrespect or is only done with intimate friends or family, so this could explain why someone is avoiding eye contact with you. Fourth, see if they are mirroring you. If someone mimics your body language, this is a very genuine sign that they are trying to establish rapport with you. Fifth, check their arms. People with crossed arms are closing themselves to social influence. If someone rests their arms behind their neck or head, they are open to what is being discussed or just laid back in general. If their hands are closed or clenched, they may be irritated, angry, or nervous. Sixth, pay attention to gestures in conversation. Exaggerated movements can express passion or interest in the subject. Seventh, be aware of nervous gestures. If someone brushes their hair back with their fingers, this may be preening, a common gesture if the person likes you or their thoughts about something conflicts with yours. If someone brushes their hair back with their fingers, this may be preening, a common gesture if the person likes you or their thoughts about something conflict with yours. If the person wears glasses and is constantly pushing them up onto their nose again with a slight frown, they may also indicate they disagree with what you are saying. Eighth, watch their feet. A fast tapping, shifting of weight, laughing, or movement of the foot will most often mean that the person is impatient, excited, nervous, scared, or intimidated. If the person is sitting, feet crossed at their ankles, means they are generally at ease.
And welcome back. We continue our interview with Ms. Dina Helmy, the Human Development Expert and Life Coach. Ms. Dina, when we are having a conversation, and sometimes I just depend on listening to what you are saying without paying attention to the body language, to the gestures, to the move, to your eye, to the look in your eyes, to what extent this could be misleading and could lead to negative repercussions?
Okay, so it could be very misleading because, like we said, 35% of the importance of the conversation is what I'm actually saying. However, 65% of the importance is the way I'm saying things, how I'm saying things, my tone of voice, my, like you said, my facial expressions. So it could be very misleading if you are listening to someone and just hearing what they are telling you just through the words. If you don't look at how they are saying it, then you can understand a completely different meaning. And these are one of the very big reasons why many people have a lot of fights, like in marriages, for example. If usually it happens with women, usually they are saying things that they don't really mean.
Why we always find that, I don't know, but a woman, for example, she might say her husband or her fiancé, whatever, somewhere that she means completely the opposite.
Sometimes it's river. Sometimes she wants to hear the other person kind of like telling I don't mean that, I don't mean that. It's a woman thing, but what I'm trying to say is that if a man or a husband can kind of detect these moves or the tone of voice or her body language, he could understand what she really wants to say. And this is not just with married couples, this is with human beings as a whole. So someone, for example, a friend, you can be talking to her and she can be telling you, I don't want to talk. If you just hear that word and you just don't talk to her, and you didn't think that maybe she really wants to talk, and her eyes and her soul and her body, everything is giving you an impression that please stay and talk to me. If you detect that and you stay and you say no, I'm going to stay with you, I'm going to listen to you, you can change someone's life if they really need to have that kind of conversation. So it could mislead completely in a conversation if you're not looking at these gestures.
Could that be misleading also, that it could lead to big fights or big divorce, for example, if we don't understand each other properly and I don't pay attention to your facial expression and your body language?
Yes, like for example, if in marriages, if one of the partners can see the other person that they are physically tired, your body can, if you're tired on the inside physically or emotionally tired, or stressed in any kind of way, it will reflect on your body. It will reflect on your seating. It will reflect on your voice. It will reflect on everything. It's something that's automatically, subconsciously going to come. So if the other partner is concentrating on these things and can detect them, then they can make right decisions. They can say, well, maybe this is not the right time to talk to this person now. Maybe I can go bring
Sad, he's angry,
maybe I shouldn't
he's not in the mood.
not in the mood. Maybe I can go bring them a cup of something hot to drink, or I can be nice to them. So if I do these things without words, it could have like a good effect on the relationship. This person may feel, you feel that I needed this without me saying it. So this is a very, very close or very high way of communication with each other. Also that the body, it's something, the body language or the way that we are interpreting it, it's very important because we as human beings cannot speak at all and talk to nobody. I can give you signals right now and not speak at all for maybe half an hour and you can understand what I'm trying to say. If I want to go somewhere, if I'm asking a question, if I realize this, for example, what does that mean? But I don't know. So this shrug, this is something that's universal. If someone goes like this and has their eyebrows up, it kind of means, I don't know. If you do this in any country, if you ask them where to go and they go like this, you know that this means I don't know. Babies there's some body language gestures that just when they're born, they can use them. Like for example, if you're giving a baby a bottle and they are full and they don't want to eat, they start moving their face. No, they don't want to. And this is the signal for no. And this is the signal for yes. So these things, some of them are naturally, God created them in us, so we can deal with and communicate with others. And some of them we kind of get through culture and through learnings and experience.
Indeed. Ms. Dina, can body language be misused in order to enforce some mood or some feelings that we do not feel?
Are you talking about on yourself?
Yes, on yourself or on somebody else.
Of course, on yourself, that's very true. If you give your body signals that you are in a bad mood or in a depressed mood, there's a way to do that with your body. There's a tone of voice that if you talk in that way and you use your body in that way and you say these words, you give yourself the signals in your brain that you are really feeling this way, even if you don't. And the opposite is, of course, not 100%, and the opposite is true. If you are maybe a bit not in the mood or a bit sad or a bit down and you kind of go take a walk, you use your body to go walk, you go in some sunlight, you go in some air. These things affect your mood, affect the way you are, affect how you feel. So you can coach your body. In our field of coaching, we say coaching the body. You can coach the body to feel a different feeling than they are feeling at the moment.
I've learned that it's very important to coach our body. A lot of things. Ms. Dina, Helmy, the life coach and human development expert, always a pleasure to have you with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And with that, we come to the end of this edition from our program, Body and Soul. Hope you have enjoyed it. Until we meet again next week, I'm Anis Rabia, signing off.